in kind of speed and frame kind of data. But overall, it's a fairly even one, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, this is gonna be a long top 8, but that is okay. We're getting straight back into first game. Both players deciding they don't want to stay controlled and dip it, like running to the edge.
Just kind of doing the gentleman's run to the edge, I suppose. Is there lag issues?
Oh, this is a classic Wi-Fi start right here.
The stare off? Oh, maybe it was meant to be ow.
Okay. All right, I was terrified. We're gonna have to deal with a lag test literally.
Yeah,
first game.
I was like immediately.
Please.
Yeah, for everyone watching, they were meant to go PS2. Don't worry, everyone. It's all good.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll regroup. Well, we know we're going to have Fox Mary, as you said. It's a bit of a wild one because both characters, once they get in, they do a lot of damage. Although their alleged, their alleged difficulty is actually getting in to begin with, and I don't believe either of them for a second because those characters do not struggle to get in.
It depends. I think it depends on the character. To me, I think that sometimes against certain characters or certain characters that can space them out in neutral very well, it can be difficult. I think more difficult for Mario than it is for Fox, even though Mario has Fireball. I think just because of Fox's sheer speed makes it a bit easier for him to kind of bait things out and get around it.
Yeah.
But overall, I think that they both have kind of similar matchup spreads, and it's a bit of a strange one. I don't know. It all kind of depends on which one kind of gets their combos in better, I suppose. And it's a fairly patient neutral that we're seeing at the beginning here. A lot of laser, a lot of fireball. Oh, and the shield's there. That was the Smash 4 classic, that one. Running the shield. Oh, and here we go. Okay. Just the up air sending the wrong way. Doesn't allow Timz to get his combo off there. But now we're going to see Fox ledge dropping, which is basically consists of Nair.
Vulcan going for something. I'm not quite sure, but he looked like he was trying to, really bet it all on that challenge at the ledge.
And obviously now this is a best of 5. We're going to get a lot more data kind of coming in. It's a little bit more of a long game. You have that first game to kind of really test things out, test the waters, see kind of any habits that your opponent have.
And speaking of these characters being very similar, they have, of course, now both hit over 90%, which means they're now going to be furiously pressing up and A on their controllers anytime they're within range of the opponent. Like that.
Oh, that was so close to converting as well.
Up smash.
Yeah, up smash being obviously the primary kill move for both of these characters. I think Mario kind of slightly having a bit easier of a time killing just because he has more safe options at killing at this kind of percent at like 150, like back air.
Yeah, he got a lot more. got a lot of options he can get out that are very quick and will do the job at a much higher percent.
Yeah.
Of course, both characters very, very adept at landing kills.
Absolutely, there's no shortage of kill power between these two. And actually, Vulcan going for a down throw there. It's quite an interesting one. Don't see Fox going for it all that much.
Yeah, what if Fox does have a weakness, if he has any weakness at all, it is the fact that he really doesn't have much off throws. You are quite safe to shield against him by and large.
It's a melee no more. Up throw definitely isn't a kill confirm.
Yeah, you are not killing anyone off a throw till over 200%. So
quite easily.
Something to be wary of. And
oh god, the raw up smash! Damn, he just ran up ahead.
Just let him know that you're willing to do it. You're willing to just throw it out there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're just seeing these two duke it out, but Tim's at a slight percent advantage here. Gonna try and kind of take this stock early. Doesn't really want to let Fox get his combos in at all. And the early stock lead would be much better. Let's say nice down air there. Mario's probably, I think, best neutral tool. Apart from Fireball, maybe.
So what's his best neutral tool?
I think down air is probably, I think it's really useful. I think it beats out so many things. It lingers. It's got an amazing hitbox. It's very fast.
Yeah. I don't strictly agree, but I think it's one of the strongest options for sure. But we're just seeing that Vulcan's really not been able to really establish himself in neutral, and this stuff really struggled to deal with the fireballs from Tim's.
Yes, I'm wondering if we're going to see the switch to Samus if this game doesn't go his way.
But
Oh,
you say
lovely
that,
back
that
air
is
though.
very
Great
nice.
catch.
So I want to point out that Vulcan, we were just saying that, Fox can't really kill off a grab, and that was a nice back air in return from Tim's, but we were saying that Fox can't really kill off a grab. So Tim's is pretty happy to keep shielding. So Vulcan is, playing in, going, okay, I will just keep grabbing you. I will make you take damage for just shielding. Even if I can't keep for it.
Yeah,
And,
even if you can't kill the damage, the consistent damage is definitely going to play into the game.
yeah, and of course, if you make them scared to stay shielding, because you think, well, I'm just getting hit for this, so I need to do other stuff. That's when you can start prying them open and hit them with something real.
Something like down air or confirming into up smash and things like that.
Of course, and this being ultimate, you've got two real options of getting out of shield, which is spot dodge and jump. That's what everyone has. That's kind of busted out of shield. Well, Fox can chase both of those pretty well.
Obviously with oh, so close. Obviously with ultimate's change to the jump squats. Nice. That's a nice raw kind of
very
smash
nice.
punish.
Taking that down.
But obviously with Smash Ultimate's change to the jump squats, making them all the same, now everyone kind of has that ability to get out. Most people have a good aerial out of shield now, or most characters. So it's obviously these two weren't going to struggle either way, but it's definitely every little helps. Every little frame advantage helps.
So we'll now be going into game number 2.
And we're going to see if Vulcan will do the counter pick of Samus here. Maybe.
I mean, he won the first game, so I would highly doubt that we'll.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I was Also, I was like, I think that. Well, obviously, I think it's obviously a bit of a rough matchup for Samus in some ways. Obviously, because of Cape, and just because of the sheer mashing that Mario can perform.
Yeah, I mean, Samus has one of the best out of shield moves in the game in there, up B being frame 4 and having a very generous hitbox for its speed. But
this is true.
This Fox has worked fine. I doubt we'll, as long as it keeps working, I doubt we'll be seeing any switching. But we're going straight back into it. We've gone to Smashville, which I assume was Tim's counter pick versus Savvy in the winners' quarters, and it's a good stage for Mario. Not a lot of space, meaning he doesn't have such a tough time getting up close and personal and pressing the A button right in front of them. Yeah,
obviously that wide platform as well, allowing for a lot of extensions. Definitely useful for Mario. Oh, this is a bit dangerous here. Okay, back on stage, but we're gonna. Oh, that was a lovely read on the illusion.
Oh,
God, he just fell into that one.
A little bit of a brain fart going on there, but that's.
He really wanted to aggress. He held forward there.
Yeah, it's going to be early stock there for Tim's, but Vulcan, not too far behind. One confirm away from killing here.
And this is the prime percent now, just around 100. Oh, nice back air, but
he might be interested. Yeah, very nice.
Edge dodging, edge dodging, edge guarding rather. But that's something you don't see every day in this game.
Yeah, very nicely done. You realizing that Tim's was out of options and he would have had to have challenged, and one understated problem with Mario is that his forward-facing aerial, obviously his forward air, is not very fast, nor is it particularly long range. So you have to really commit if you're going to try and be aggressive in your return back to stage.
Yeah, for sure.
And even there, not having the biggest hitbox, so you got to be very careful.
And Tim's really commanding this neutral now, just kind of being all over. And another amazing read.
Yeah, so what Tim's is largely doing when he's got neutral is he's sitting underneath this platform, and there's very little you can do to actually challenge someone underneath there, due to the fact that things like dash shielding are not very strong in this game. You can't. It's very tough to challenge someone who's sitting under there. So as you can see, he's just kind of sitting here and waiting for Vulcan to end up off stage, but that is dead.
That was a mistake. Yeah.
It's dead if he challenged.
No, the early up B. Oh, and there it is. That was the reversal.
That was a unfortunate situation there for Vulcan. Just missed the edge guard that time.
I feel like Vulcan could have just sat there and down smashed there. Honestly, he took away all of Tim's kind of recovery tools, and he had to go slightly high to make it to the ledge.
No,
So
it
I
would
think
have been okay to snap ledge or put the up B above the ledge. It would have been very tough for him to challenge with a down smash. So I think it was the right option. I just think he did it wrong.
just slightly bad timing then.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate to see, but
That's an important thing to keep note of. When you have when you're in a situation like this, and you do the right thing, but you do it wrong. You got to remember, you got to tell yourself like, no, it's okay. I did the right thing. I can't be discouraged by this.
The unfortunate thing. My apologies. Sorry. Finish your thought.
Yeah, no, you've got to have the wherewithal to tell yourself, no, I'm going to keep doing this, even though it didn't work this one time, because I know that's the right option, even though I did it.
Yeah.
Just looking at the chat, it looked like we might be getting a lag test.
Right. That's unfortunate, and I think that I was about to say in the Wi-Fi kind of situation that we have here, it's quite difficult for characters like Fox or any characters that have like a lot of frame tight things, or like faster characters actually get quite punished in Wi-Fi just because they often their timing gets completely thrown off, and sometimes the timing is so minuscule. You only get a certain amount of space to do the right thing, and Wi-Fi can really screw with that.
I'm going to put out a hot take here, because you know how you always hear, oh, X character suffers on Wi-Fi. Everyone says their character suffers on Wi-Fi, and the reality is every character is stunted by online play.
Well, I agree.
If your character's worse, like just straight up worse online, or if they are better on Wi-Fi, then the way they're better on Wi-Fi is so degenerate and brainless. Like Ike's better on Wi-Fi. Like I'll say that straight up. But the way you have to play him online, he's so toxic, so shit.
I don't think that like ZSS is like better on Wi-Fi or worse. I think that she's probably a little bit worse. But the fact that like you can just camp with ZSS,
yeah,
it's just awful to do. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody enjoys doing it. Nobody plays ZSS to camp.
Exactly.
She has one of the, some freaking crazy person does. But
she should play at the camp because she's probably the best camper in the game. If we're being completely real.
Yeah, fair. But at the same time, she has some of the best movement.
We're going off on a tangent, but I remember watching Quick versus Streaks at UFA offline, and Streaks is playing Wolf, so not exactly a slow character, and Quick is just running away the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yep, this is optimal. I don't know why ZSS players don't do this. This is. You should join us on comms and just drop in every now and then. But Miz is talking to us for the stream, but yeah. Anyway, going into game number 3, 1-1, Tim's versus Vulcan. Sticking with the same characters, pretty confident in his Fox, it seems.
And it's doing really well this stock in particular, getting a really nice early lead, not really being touched, using Fox's kind of quickness and nimbleness to kind of stay out of Mario's grasp. But we'll see if Tim's can make a slight comeback using the fireballs to a good advantage. It's definitely a good tool against Fox. If you kind of force him into shield, try and get that grab, and that's where all your damage comes in.
Absolutely, and we just see Vulcan looking for a way in here. Now,
oh, and here it is. Oh, very close to getting the down air.
Very interesting to watch. I can tell from watching that Tim's is a player who's learned everything from online. Because what they do, and you'll see it now, when they come in with their fireball, they are always following up with another aerial.
Yes.
And that is a very Wi-Fi strat, because they can't parry the fireball online, so that's just strictly the best option to do there. And I can't fault it because it is the best thing to do in that situation. But you can tell that's a tactic. I don't want to call it a Wi-Fi strat. It's very much a tactic that is better online than it is offline, and he's making full use of it here. And wow,
Yeah, again, the raw up smash read, and Vulcan's been getting this time and time again. And you're wondering if it's if Vulcan's getting into Tim's head a little bit.
It's a very unreactable option. Even offline, it's quite difficult to react to. It's only frame 8.
Yeah, I mean it's insanely fast. I mean, obviously the trade-off being that it's rather laggy, but you know, it's so strong and it's so quick that it's worth it. It's worth the risk sometimes. And obviously, Fox kind of being a glass cannon character, you kind of got to take that risk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You see Vulcan dealing a lot of damage here.
Oh, nice. And that's the first forward error I think we've seen from Vulcan all set, which is quite interesting.
Yeah. That's
oh, that was so close. Just the micro-spaced.
Yeah. So people have been saying about the forward air changes and how they've made the move better. Oh, nice chase there. Yeah, the fireball not as safe as you might think it is. But the forward air, nothing has actually changed. Everything that everything that like people have gone, oh yeah, this is new that Fox can do this with the drag down forward air. They could always do that. They could always do it, but they just never looked into it because it's a bad move. And so now they changed it, and people are going, oh,
I think it's maybe slightly more consistent now, but I don't think it's by much,
yeah,
honestly.
the only thing they've done is they've made hitboxes bigger.
Yeah. So honestly, yeah, you could always do it. I think you've seen like players like ZD do it from pretty much like day 2.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, I mean, Vulcan with a full start lead here, looking very solid, and just willing to sit back on this. Tim's looking like he actually has a bit of a tough time trying to find his way in without the fireballs. He's almost always looking to lead in with those, or a short hop reverse double back air, which is the Mario classic.
And of course, like while oh, that was a bit of a what is going on there?
Right idea, but just didn't. I think he just fast got forward out of there, and that is going to be game number 3 going to Vulcan. 1 game away from going into winners finals.
Oh dear, knocked over my water bottle. But yeah, it looks like Vulcan's getting more and more of a command on this game.
Sorry, I'm just distracted by bloody cars in the. Are you looking at the Twitch chat?
Oh yeah, Awooga. Damn cars.
Get yourself someone who cheers for you like Cars does for Vulcan.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Obviously, some favourites in this game, but I've liked what I've seen from Tim so far. I think it's just like he needs to kind of start adapting to his playstyle. He's kind of doing the same kind of entries over and over again with those fireball.
He is getting called quite a lot on these fireballs. Like he's lost at least a few stocks to being up smashed for like poorly positioned fireballs. And it's something that you see in a lot of Marios, and I feel like to get to that next level, because he definitely knows what he's doing, otherwise he wouldn't be in this position, frankly. But to get to that next level, he needs to be willing to wait a little bit more on the approach, because he looks like he's going, okay, I'm approaching now. And he's decided his approach ahead of time. He decided he's going in now, and it doesn't matter a great deal what the opponent is doing in that situation. I'm going in now.
I mean, you look at somebody like Dark Wizzy, right? And you see how he plays the character, and just how much of a command he has over the neutral. If Tim kind of like brought some of that into his game, he could definitely go like a lot further in this kind of bracket like this.
Yeah, it's just a case of sticking it out a little bit, and it's going to be harder for it to be exploited by a character like Fox. But it is possible for because it is a much more of a. I mean, it's something you see when a Mario fights against like a dedicated zone or like a sword character.
Yeah.
If they can be just kept out, if their approaches are like being done at their own pace, rather than looking into the opponent's positioning and option selection at that time, they can just wall you out all day.
Yeah, it can be a really bad time.